Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the Awiros platform and how to use it to deploy any application on any given camera and consume its analytics. This particular deployment is done on Cisco based servers and is specifically for warehouse analytics, but of course this can be extended to any other application as well. So what we're looking at right now is the Awiros dashboard that any end customer gets to use. There are a lot of components in this, so we'll start off one by one. But overall, this is the landing page which gives the customer a broad view of how their deployment looks like. So let's start from scratch and focus first on the most important part, which is the apps which we need for the deployment. So in the dashboard, we have a page which we call as My Apps, which basically lists all the Awiros video AI apps that a particular customer has subscribed to or bought licenses for. We'll be focusing on the video DMC CodeReader application, which basically, as the description says, detects the DMC code and decodes and displays the output in the alert. So you can see some sample screenshot as well as general hardware and field of view considerations that you will need for any deployment, as well as some basic assumptions that has been kept in mind while developing the application. So once this is done, you have the video AI app, you have bought the licenses for it. You are now ready to deploy the application on any given camera. To do that, you need to onboard cameras onto the platform itself, which we have currently done for this deployment. And in the map view over here, you can very easily see where your cameras are located for any particular site. So you can see 6 cameras over here and one test video which we have onboarded for testing purposes. So you can see where all the 6 cameras are located physically and what is the orientation just with a glance at the site map. Once you have done that, you can go back onto the dashboard and start deploying that application. To onboard any new camera, you can head on to the resources page, which basically gives you a quick summary of how your deployment looks like. So this deployment is for the Daxer site, where the master is a CPU based Cisco server to which 7 cameras have been onboarded. So there are 6 live cameras and 1 test video which we have onboarded. The green color basically indicates that the cameras are up and running. If there is any issue with any camera, if the stream is broken, right, if there is any internet connectivity issue or the camera is not working, the cell turns red and you're instantly notified of that. If you expand all, you can also see which cameras have currently running applications on them, again which you can see over here. So there are 4 channels, which means 4 applications running on 4 cameras as we speak. To onboard any new camera, you can go on to terminals. In our terminology, terminals represent processing servers. So you can select any terminal and you can click on the plus icon, where you will be able to enter the camera information. You can enter the location of the camera, the latitude and longitude, and enter the source URL. Click on the add icon and the camera will get onboarded. So in the sources section, we can see a list of all the cameras that have been onboarded for this particular deployment. We can see the terminal name, which is again the CPU based Cisco server, which is acting as the master node. So once you have the cameras onboarded, you have the applications onboarded onto the platform as well. To deploy any app on any camera, you can head on to the app orchestrator tool. The app orchestrator tool is a 2D grid which maps video AI apps to camera sources. So on the top row over here, you can see different video AI apps like intrusion, camera health, crowd counting, and video DMC CodeReader over here. You can see on the left column, you can see thumbnails of different camera sources which we have onboarded. One cell over here that you're seeing represents a combination of any video AI app on any given camera. Now different cells are colored in different colors, and you can see the representation of different colors at the top over here. So the complete white cells over here are applications which are not enabled on the particular video source. The applications which are enabled look like this. These are the applications for which you can go onto a configuration page by clicking on the settings icon, and you can set any desired configuration which is required for running the video analytics app. So over here, let's say we can see a detection parameter, which basically represents how confident we want a deep learning model to be before sending an alert or a detection. So we can change the confidence over here to anything we want depending upon what the use case is, and we can submit that. So once the configuration is submitted, we got a notification, and the corresponding cell for that turns orange in color, which means that the application has been configured. So the basic point is, to run any video AI app, we first need to enable that, configure it, and then we can start the application. So right now I've stopped all the applications to show you from scratch how to run any video AI app. Now to run any app on any given camera is as simple as selecting the corresponding cell. To run an app on multiple camera, you simply have to select the number of cells you want. You can drag it and select the desired number of cameras you want. So right now I've selected 4 cells, which means I'll be running my video DMC CodeReader app on these cameras which are in the first 4 rows. So once the cells have been selected, I simply click on the start button. I enter some configuration pertaining to the deployment, the kind of video AI inference accelerator I want to use, the detection thresholds, and the kind of deep learning model I want to deploy. Once that's done, I click on the start button. I get a notification that the pipeline started successfully and the cells have turned green. Once the cells have turned green, it indicates that the application has started running, and to consume the analytics, I can go on to what we call as the event grid, which is listed in the app severity and location icons. So these are 3 different ways of consuming your alerts. You can either, in this particular page, you can see all the alerts sorted according to the app name. For example, in this particular column, we'll see alerts of only the video DMC CodeReader application. So I can sort alerts by day, by hour, or by the past 5 minutes, depending upon how I want to search through the analytics. I can filter the alerts according to the severity. You can also filter the alerts by the camera name. So in this particular page, we can see all the alerts of one camera in its corresponding column. If I click on this card, I'll be able to see the alert. So this contains information about a parcel or the forklift which was in front of the camera view. Now that you have all the analytics and all this metadata onto the platform, what you can do is you can search and filter through any of the alerts you want. So for example, if I want to search for a parcel which had the output as this particular number, I can search that and I can enter the timestamps I want to search it through. Let's say I want to search where all it occurred in the warehouse from, let's say, 17th of January, or where was it last located at. I can simply click on the apply button and I'll get a list of all the cameras where that particular parcel or that particular forklift was spotted, and I can see that this has the label which I was just searching for. So you can do any kind of search or filter application because you have the metadata stored on the platform itself. Finally, we have the statistics page where you will get a quick summary of all the analytics. You can see the alerts filtered and sorted by the location. You can see the most active locations which were responsible for generating the most alerts, which means they are the places where most forklifts or parcels are passing in this case. You can see a daily event heat map as well. Finally, if you want to export these alerts, you can also download a PDF or CSV report by simply again searching for whatever you want, entering information like you can also enter the camera names where you want to search for, and you select which fields or what data you want in the PDF report exactly. You want the location of the camera, the timestamp, a snapshot of the forklift, and you simply click on export PDF. This generates a PDF report which you can download and view. So this PDF report just got downloaded. So this report contained the date stamp that we wanted, along with snapshots of the particular parcel and forklift, plus the number of instances of that particular object. So it's that easy to export and generate analytics with the Awiros platform, and that was all for this video tutorial.